Okay, now make no mistake about it. We are living in very depressing times. The depression comes with very harmful effects. No item of news is a pleasant one as the one we just heard. Bandits were on rampage in Niger State, in Baare village of Mashegu, a local government area of the state. As many as 15 people got mowed down while observing their morning prayers inside a mosque. In Abuja, the country's capital, freewheeling armed bandits killed a hapless housewife, abducting 8 others at Piri village in the Kwali area of FCT. Meanwhile, youths in the northern parts of the country have taken to the streets in Kaduna, Kano, Bauchi, Zamfara, and many other places. Armed with placards, the youths are decrying the killings across the north, and if you will, the whole country. So who is happy? Who is happy?
I don't know anyone who could be happy with the killings going on in our country except a thoroughly evil person. Anybody who is not a beast cannot be happy that we are hemorrhaging lives the way this is going on now. And this has got to stop. You walk into a mosque and open fire on people. It's not the first time in that Niger State. No, it's not. Niger State, if we do not pay attention, Niger State will be a lot worse than Borno State. Because already there's a level of progress in Borno State. There's a level of progress in Borno State that makes us happy. We are not saying that we are there yet. We are not there yet. They still attacked, Boko Haram still attacked the army base in Marte just a couple of weeks back. You may not read it in the newspaper, but this thing still happen. You understand? We are not there yet, but there is progress that we have to report. Because we are,
Niger State, perhaps.
But Niger, we've been told that Boko Haram has its basis in Niger. We've been told that in the Shiroro area, Boko Haram has occupied territories. They are now determining at what age women are married out. They are telling people to withdraw their children from schools. In Niger, not Borno, in Niger, we deceived ourselves initially that no, Boko Haram had not spread its tentacles beyond the 3 states of the northeast where they had been active. When Shekau claimed that he was the one who arranged the kidnap of the government secondary school Kankara students, we said he lied. Whereas he was the first to release the video of those children in captivity. How did he come about with releasing video if he knew nothing about it? But people who are minded to lie, I have a few words for them. Those lies won't take away reality. And the reality will keep hitting us unless we take decisive steps to address the problems that are being created by these outlaws.
That's it.
Now, in this same Niger, even in Kontagora, local government, where the governor comes from, the bandits are running riot. You can hardly drive more than 10 kilometers outside of Kontagora without expecting that you could be kidnapped or even killed.
Or fired at.
The same group of criminals are also making moves. According to the secretary to the state government in Niger State, they are making moves to gain entry into the national park.
Yankari.
No, the national park is in Bogu local government.
Okay.
Now, the national park, if they gain entry into the national park, as extensive as it is, we have given them another Sambisa. That's what it means. So they want to gain entry into Babana so that they can settle fully there. I tell you this, it was as early last year that Shekau published a picture and claimed that on Salah Day and claimed that they were celebrating Salah in the North Central. At that point, I became worried. We are now seeing clearly now that the area where that picture was taken was actually Niger State. The governor has come out repeatedly to say, in my state, Boko Haram has territory.
Wow.
We will keep arguing that when people take money from farmers, take money from this, it doesn't mean that they've occupied the territory. Let us continue to deceive ourselves. If we do not address this problem, it will get worse.
Yeah.
This is what we are seeing. Now, people killed inside the mosque. What is their crime? Well, for God's sake, we'll kill people observing prayers.
What won't they do after this? Adekunle, and Niger State is, geographically speaking, the largest environment state in the country.
Yes, it is.
And so makes it difficult to track these people?
I don't think
The
so.
terrain?
I don't think it is difficult to track the people, except that I've not seen the kind of political will on the part of our leaders to really
Go after them.
Yes, this matter started like play, getting worse. Something that you should have nipped in the bud, you are allowed to fester. So, if you do, and you are complaining later, the place is big, no. It didn't start all over Niger State. It started as a small. But we always have a problem, always not believing. Sometimes say it's not true, the governor is lying, or the social person is lying, or they're trying to play politics.
Yeah.
Initially, I didn't believe it too. Until the governor came out to say, no, these people are here, they have territories. I couldn't believe that a state governor with that, boat to admit.
Yeah.
And since that time, what has been done there? And things get worse by the day. Sultan was saying there is no single day in the north that people are not, being killed needlessly.
Yeah. And JD, talking about this Sultan, he's, apart from being the leader of Muslims in the country, he's an opinion leader. He says the elite are responsible for the worsening situation. Yes,
because the elites include our leaders and himself. When he talks about elites, he has inexorably added himself to the list. The leadership of the country ought to come up with the right measures. Governors, Mr. President, they've got to take decisive steps, take the right steps. When they take the right steps and we can feel the impact of the measures that they've taken, Nigerians will rise in a wave to say, you've done well. They will praise. Our standards are not high as a people. That's why even a governor provides one borehole somewhere, they will praise him to high heavens. Nigerians just want to feel the impact of government, whether it is in the area of security or provision of amenities and all that. They want to feel the impact of government, and that's not something that is too much to aspire to have.
That's not asking for too much.
That's not asking for too much. That's why I said our standards are not really high. The things that we praise governors for, the things that we praise presidents for in our country are taken for granted in other lands. But look at what we face now. You have to provide your security. A company came out with an advert the other day that to go to the east with full retinue of security men that will take you all the way to the east this Christmas season. They know our friends in the east, from the east like to go home for Christmas. They may make all the money in 11 months. That Christmas time, they want to be at home. So they are now saying, come and pay 300,000 naira plus, just so that you get your full security and you'll be driven home. That underlines the extent of the problem.
Where is that coming from? Who is saying that?
It's a company. It's a transport company. A security/transport company now. Saying pay 350,000 or so, and then you'll be escorted home by gun-toting security men and all that. That underlines the extent of the problem that we face as a people. This insecurity is now so terrible. So I appreciate the Sultan. When we are in this kind of situation, the situation itself is crying for leadership. It's crying for decisive action by the leadership. And who constitute the leadership is the elite. You and I are not decision makers for our country. We are not. It's the decision makers that His Eminence was talking about. So they are the elites, and they are the people who must make this change happen. Lately, he's been talking a lot about problems in the north,
Yeah.
and I'm happy if you and Ibibio highlight this to a large extent. Some people could say that you hate them, you hate the north, but here is a prominent son of the north.
Yeah.
Talking at length about the scope of the problem
Yeah.
and demanding that the problem be solved. The damage that banditry is causing to the north cannot be reversed in many years. If it goes on like this, they too, more or less like Boko Haram, they are now taking territories and even appointing district heads.
Are you telling me? Adekunle Yusuf, you know, you remember that song by Bob Geldof, Blowing in the Wind? You know, so how long more must the people get killed before we pretend nothing is happening? The youths of the north are taking to the streets. So this is trying to knock on the doors of the rulers.
Of the elite.
Or the elite, this same elite.
You see, in any society, whether there is peace, there is security, there is prosperity, there is hunger, the elite.
Yeah.
It is the elite. They are the ones, whether they are in government, and when we see the elite, we are not talking about those in government alone. The elite, they are like a cult in any society.
It's a cult.
So
Yes,
they
I
always come together and take the decision that this is the direction they want their society to go. And that's where ordinary folks...
You know, where I became very, very wary of the elite is when somebody said, wars are not declared by generals, but by the elite.
So when you look at what has been happening in Nigeria since the beginning of Boko Haram insurgency,
which started like a child's play.
How many years ago? We need to question our elite. Is there a conspiracy somewhere among them? What do they really want Nigeria to be?
Yeah.
No, what do they really want out of Nigeria? This is a country that has given them a lot.
How much are we
The
owing?
billionaires today were nobody before. The president, the governors, the all of them, who are they before? Nigeria made them. Why is it difficult? Nigeria was a better place when I was younger. Today, can I talk about Nigeria of 20 years ago today? Our country should be getting better. One is getting worse. Our country should be becoming safer. It's getting... So why should that be?
It really does not matter.
When the youth are protesting, they are just, expressing their anger at the failure of leadership, failure of our elite, that they are not doing anything. Whatever they claim they are doing is not working. The primary purpose of any government anywhere in the world is to provide security, for property and lives. If that is not done, that is not happening, that government is a failure.
Look at the footage on the screen.
These
are the people who are
those in our country.
They have weapons.
To come and look at it. In our country. And the elite, even when you look at them, look at the governors, look at the people in the highest level, president, look, you wouldn't see the sense of urgency that we are in a problem.
Yeah.
Whatever they are saying is not good enough. Whatever they are doing is actually not good enough. We always talk about the military. This is a military we overburdened. What of the political, aspect of it? Boko Haram should have been, become a thing of the past. Now bandits have become another thing. We are crying right from the beginning. Do this. But
so Jide, to me, it doesn't really matter anymore. It doesn't really matter anymore if they are declared terrorists. What more will they do that will surprise us?
The Boko Haram has been declared terrorist group since the Jonathan era. Have we defeated them? It's not what you call them, it's the appropriate response to their criminality.
That's it.
That will ensure, if we do not have the right strategy to deal decisively with them, if you like, call them super terrorists or whatever, they will still continue to harass us the way they are doing.